you, I always say this. Everybody don't have it in them to command the room
No.
when the time needs to command the room.
Yeah, but if they're paying you to command the room, or if you're expected to, then I think you should be able to do so. That's just me personally.
That means, but if it ain't in you,
crazy.
what is?
No, it's some. I think it's some of the process, and it's kind of making the mics do something weird. It's fine though.
Okay, I'm about to say you want to restart or
No, you good. No, you good.
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm talking about from the mentality of the person themselves think they got it in them, and bro, you don't. Like the people we was just talking about.
Yeah.
You walk around here like you got it, and you don't got it. Now you can break that down from pulling females, successful in it's people. That's why I say weirdos. They walk around thinking they got something that they don't have.
That's a lot of people.
And
most motherfuckers.
Your arrogance, you talking big stuff, and they'll be like, you ain't. I know my flaws. I know where I'm great, and I know how to bow out and be like, nah, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like just on some real stuff. I don't say too much about the setup in here because I don't know nothing about it. You get what I'm saying? I can't come in here and say critique because I honestly don't know. But you got people that would come in here and be like, bro, did you try this? Did you do that? What you talking about? Like, bro, you can't even put your aux cord correctly in your vehicle.
Yeah.
But you want to come in here and be like, that's what I'm saying. Did it make any sense, bro? Like,
no, I definitely get it. Everybody's an expert that ain't never did shit.
Yes, you just said it. Everybody's man. Look, everybody's an expert. Like, but that's everything though. Like I seen somebody, bro. It's everywhere, bro. I seen somebody on Facebook start a Facebook page to teach people how to gain followers and go viral on TikTok, but they page.
Man,
I hate got no traction.
So this is kind of like what I was talking about yesterday. It's a T.I. line that I love off Better Than Me. I think I know what he says, but I don't know why I can't move this thing. That's weird. I'm trying to move the logo, but it's over my face. But it's good. Show me the paper before you show me the caper. Don't tell me what you can do. Show me.
Yeah.
Show me what you can do.
Yeah. But man, that's weirdos, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's so weird. Like, I still believe in the process, bro. And you can't out-process success. You can have quick success. You get what I'm saying? And you skip the process, but it's not sustainable because you didn't
just
go
like
through
that
nothing.
when we were talking about.
Yeah. So like, exactly like what we was talking about. So how you gonna come off? I don't know, bro. I don't make it too serious. Look, it's called trigger for a reason. Like, how you gonna come off a certain way and you skip the whole process? Like,
some people can skip the process, but it's very rare. Because most motherfuckers don't know what they think they know. They're not as good as they think they are. They're not as smart as they think they are. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, it just always boils down to people not being real.
Everybody on the court at the YMCA think they should have went to the league.
There's reasons. And so
he's like, come on, bro. You no.
So I want to talk about something. I don't know if I talked about this publicly, but thinking about, did you see when Shannon Sharp had made some comments about he was dating a girl that was going through a divorce? And he basically paid for her divorce. Like, he paid to get her out of the divorce.
Trying to process what you just said.
Yeah.
Okay.
And everybody was in an uproar about it, or saying, the girls were acting like it's the coolest shit ever. And, niggas is like, whatever. But the deal was, ain't this a bitch? Hold on, we might have to pause this shit. All right, we're back. So I was saying, everybody had their things to say. Girls like, that's what's up, or blah, 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 whatever they had to say. Dudes saying yada, yada, yada. But I think there's something important that people, you were talking about everybody in the gym think they can go to the league. I think it's something important that people miss. And that's that there's a certain level of emotional and relationship intelligence that those guys miss. That's why you see a lot of rich niggas get took for money, because a lot of rich niggas have dedicated themselves to whatever it is that made them rich.
Okay.
So you feel what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So
Following.
they don't have those same skills to be able to peep getting played or know how to weirdo trick, getting finessed. The chicks are tricking them and things like that. And I think a lot of people overlook that. Oh, shit, sorry. I think a lot of people overlook that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of rich niggas is ducks because they don't have the experiences. They didn't, when we was maybe going out dating chicks, they was in the gym or in the office or on the field or whatever the fuck it was that's going to make them better at whatever it is that they want to be the best at.
Yeah, yo, for real, bro, your notoriety can be your biggest Achilles because you think about somebody like Shay Sharp. He was probably the best athlete in that small town.
Mm-hmm.
So you already getting treated different because they looking at you like you going to be somebody.
Yeah.
You're a regular everyday Joe. You finna get treated differently. So you're gonna be able to experience. I was just watching the Mad Hoff podcast about Bow Wow.
Yeah, is the whole episode out?
Nah, it's still doing clips. But I always felt like Bow Wow is another example of what you saying. Like his whole life has been in the industry. Yeah. So the way he look at life, the way he respond and do stuff, like it ain't even wrong, bro. If your life, I think we talked about this before. I'm jumping all over the place, but it all goes together. I don't get mad at a rich kid's outlook on the world. It should be different than a kid from the projects.
Mm-hmm.
It should be. You should think that certain stuff is just supposed to happen because your life warranted that. Now, whether that's reality or not, but in your head, that's reality. Right. You take somebody like these rich cats that get taken for money, they probably never dealt with Bow Wow. Man, it's crazy. Because Bow Wow said something about JD like that. Because, JD is son of a jazz player or something.
Yeah, his daddy the man.
But
at the same time, that's not fair. At the same time, that's not fair for Bow Wow to say because Michael Malden was doing some shit. But really, when JD got successful, that's when he got successful. So he put his daddy on. Yeah.
Well, but he was saying this to say that Jermaine Dupri never experienced genuine love. So when Bow Wow got older, he was trying to show him genuine love, and he was saying, I guess they just fell out or something.
Yeah, Bow Wow has his,
that's crazy. But he was saying, so it was almost like JD was rejecting what Bow was trying to do because he's like, man, he ain't used to this. He ain't used to nobody like, hey, I'll buy you a Lambo. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that to say, like, back to your original thing, like with Shannon Sharp, I wouldn't have. Would you have done it?
No.
Never.
No.
So,
and because it's the principle of everything. So, we got the scale. We can look at it. It probably didn't cost him shit. It was
pennies in the bucket.
Yeah, but it's just the principle of it.
But
yeah, I just couldn't be the nigga that's viewed like that.
But don't you think money then changes your principles?
Because I would have.
They'll just thought, this ain't. It ain't.
It won't change mine, but it does change people's principles. I thought you said me. I thought we were talking about me specifically.
Yeah, my bad. I was just saying like.
No.
He might just look at it like you said, like it's just a drop in the bucket she needed. Now let me help her move it forward.
Where's she at now though?
So what's the
are they married?
What's the principle you standing on though with that?
Me?
What would be your principle to be like, nah, I'm not gonna pay for it?
Cause I ain't no duck ass nigga.
You feel like it was the finesse?
Yeah.
I believe the same thing. Yeah. Now what if somebody on the flip side would be like, how could you say that? He might really liked her and they might really have a situation. That's the only thing that was stopping it from moving forward. What would you say?
Oh, are they married now?
Right.
Shit. It wasn't that, man. It's just like people find those. Yeah. You call it lightning in the bottle.
Yeah.
They and a lot of times. So we can talk about this shit too, dog. A lot of times, what we do in early and even middle stages of courtship with people is motherfuckers ignore the red flags because they are so in love with the green ones.
That's a fact.
They love to ignore red flags. You don't understand that little minute thing right there is gonna multiply and it's gonna end up being something. Because so like early, like I was known for 2 fingers. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just me.
Yeah.
I do not deal with bullshit, and I am always gonna try to get away from something that makes me uncomfortable or is disturbing something in my life.
So do you feel as though on the flip side, because I think I was kind of the opposite just in terms of like, maybe it was a personal arrogance. I felt like if you had a red flag and I talked to you, I felt like I could change that. With me
Yeah,
just
nah,
being
nah,
my
see,
not
that's the
changing like a
problem.
woman trying to change a man. I'm talking about just my influence. Like you seeing
still-
how I
you-
move.
but did you
I
know-
felt like I ain't saying it worked out, but I really felt like, man, my presence it'll show you like quick story.
Okay.
She ain't gonna never listen to this podcast. If she do,
okay.
so what?
Oh shit.
So, bro, man, I was like, back. I never forget 2003. Met this little female. She was younger than me, of course. She was probably like 3 years younger. So if I'm,
3 was a beautiful.
I was
year.
23, so she had to be like 19, 20.
Okay.
And it was a big red flag. So met her. She ain't had no job.
Oh.
Wasn't really doing nothing. Her moms came home one day and got her some pads.
Okay. Oh, you told me
I
something
told you
about her,
that.
but yeah,
And
something
so-
about it. But go ahead. Yeah.
In my mind, I'm like, okay, so did she get her some pads? That's their relationship. She was just out and let me. That's my daughter. I'm looking out, or was it? I'm taking care of you. Pads, and it was B. You get what I'm saying?
That ain't it right there.
I'm like,
Yeah, I
dang,
can't
you a
roll with that
hoe. I was like, dang, she a hoe. At this time, you think you grown. So I'm like, she a whole grown woman. Her mama buying her pads, and then I'm like, she ain't buying because she was just out. She was buying it to make sure you good. And so I was like, I told her, I said, that don't make you feel no type of way. And she was like, nah. But me being me, I had a little bit of success at the time. I thought how I moved, how I operated was going to rub off on her. And it never really did. That what you just said, that same
It
red
never
flag,
really does.
It ended up multiplying, and it frustrated me so much to where I was like, I can't do. But I thought if she see I'm responsible, I got my own car, own crib, that'll make her be like, you know what? Let me get on my feet and do some. You know what I'm saying? But it just didn't. It didn't happen.
It never happens. People got to want it for themselves, bro. I mean,
That's a
it's
fact.
just the same as if, let's say, let's say somebody comes to us and like, okay, I have to stop saying like. I listen to the podcast and it annoys the shit out of me.
Okay.
Let's say someone comes to us and they realize potential and trigger, and they have the resources and knowledge to take it to somewhere very, very successful,
Okay.
to a successful level. Excuse me. If we aren't in on that, or if we don't buy in to that, it don't matter what the fuck they have a vision for. But another thing is, a lot of people, man, they project what they feel you should do on you versus a lot of they don't really understand nor respect a person's individuality and what they really want. Like I can sing well. However, maybe sometimes I just like to do it when I'm in a bad mood. Oh man, you could make a bunch of money. Maybe I want to be broke. You know, maybe none of these things are true, but
I know. I get
people
what you're
never
saying.
ever look at it from those perspectives because they only see their viewpoint, and it's some annoying shit, man. When you trying to tell some all you got to do as niggas. I was talking about that yesterday, man. Like quit fucking selling dreams
Because
or whatever.
it come back to like what you saying, to add to what you saying, bro. Like I hate when people try to tell me what to do. I've always since a kid. It ain't pride, it ain't arrogance. Like, don't tell me what you think I should. When I tell you that gets under my skin, then with the whole me growing my hair out there.
Oh yeah.
Like that really like pisses me off when like don't tell me what I should do.
Yeah.
You can show me different ways. You can suggest.
Don't even do that unless I ask you.
That too. But it's like I didn't come to you asking you what I should do, so it doesn't warrant. Where's the opening for you to come in and say, "Hey, Chops, you should do." I didn't ask you. This wasn't even on the table every day. That's why I told you, man. Social media just makes me mad. We talked about that.
It's
bro.
annoying. Like my favorite thing.
Facebook, it be
My
pissing me off,
favorite thing to do when I'm online, and primarily it's Facebook at this point because, my IG got hacked, so I ain't even really rebuilt the IG. But that's my favorite shit to do, man. I'm on there. I'm just
I
hiding.
know.
people.
That's like,
If somebody ugly and keep posting too many selfies and close-ups, I'm hiding them. If somebody negative, I'm hiding them. And then now I'm starting to hide people, like I said, with a bunch of grammatical errors, man. Like that's just, are you too old for certain shit? I think there's a time
Hey, I'm
and there's a
probably guilty
place.
of that. I just be,
Yeah.
I be posting fast.
No. That's typos.
Okay.
I'm talking about true
Just
grammatical
true, girl.
errors.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. I there is a time and a place for some bullshit or some nigga shit. I think the judgment that I cast on motherfuckers is when they should have outgrown certain shit.
Okay.
That's my only thing. Like, of course I did some nigga shit. Of course I did some stupid
We
shit.
all
But
did. I did.
At a point, you gotta want to grow. I saw something the other day. It was real fly. It was like everything. Let me see if I got that motherfucker. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Let me see what we got. Because I think I shared it. It said, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. No disrespect, but everything around me gotta grow or you gotta go. That's just where we at.
So look though, now I gotta play. I ain't gonna say I'm the king, but I love playing devil's.
Hey, let's get it.
And how do you gauge growth? And is growth based on your perception of growth, their perception of growth, or a compromise of both? Because I've been in situations to where on both ends, somebody said I wasn't growing, and I felt like I was growing. They gave me their reasons. I was like, I can see that, but these are my reasons why I feel like I am growing. And I've been on the opposite end where I felt like certain situations, certain people, it wasn't growing. And their retort was, it's growing, but it's not growing at the pace that you want it to grow. So how you do that? Like, if you be like, if it ain't growing, they be like, but I am growing.
It's always gonna be from my my perspective. But I measure the growth by what type of shit you on, what type of shit impresses you, what type of shit angers you. You know what I mean? Just whatever. It's whatever. It's a more of a mental growth. It ain't shit about you and your finances, your career, or nothing. Because I can accept anybody at any level of, in terms of those things. But just as a person, just somebody that is progressing in life, man. Because life is short and it's not personal with some people, but if they aren't growing, then they have to get away from you because they'll stop you from growing.
Now, you are a super real person, or are you the type of friend that'll say something before you back away and be like, hey, look, or would you just kind of be like deuces and they got to kind of figure it out?
Maybe more the second.
I'm the same way. I
promise
you.
Life happens, but a lot of shit and people just grow apart, and it's not a bad thing. Everybody think that you're supposed to have the same this forever. It's just different things serve different purposes at different levels of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's maturity and understanding too. I'm grouping into a bigger conversation. I think too many people don't have for real maturity and respect for other people and who they are, whether it's beneficial to them, whether it's growth where they at. I'm like, hey, that's you. But I'm going to go here.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Ain't no love lost. Now, if you take it the wrong way, that's on you. But I respect you enough to leave you right where you at. For real. Like, I will leave you right where you at. And we talked about that the other podcast. I'm like, it ain't personal that my life, this with anybody, my life don't start or stop with anybody.
Yeah.
I will keep it moving, and it'll still be the same love, though.
Yeah.
I ain't going to be salty. I ain't gonna be like, dang, man, we both should have grew here. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. I'm a firm believer in if it's meant to be, it'll always come back around. I got partners that some of my partners where we had an extended time where we wasn't really rocking, and then it came back because it was meant to. They matured, I matured, they did.
But sometimes time will heal certain
things.
Yeah.
Or just life will smack you upside down. Look,
your life is real, man.
Hey, life you all day, like life you all day.
So, right, speaking of life, this is a question, right? I got for you. How often do you think about your own death?
I think about dying every day.
Every day,
some people
day never ever think about it.
What? I thought about it yesterday. I started thinking about what if I died? How would the information get to people? How fast? And I think in that aspect, I think about every which way from a sudden death in my sleep, somebody shooting and killing me.
Yeah.
I think about like just like you said, I literally think about, not that I want to die. I ain't saying
but
that,
it's just
but I
something you think
literally
about.
think about my
and when you think about it, it make you want to like, okay, it starts to eliminate certain bullshit when you think about that. That's kind of why I kind of tied it in.
Plus, too, so many people are dying, bruh. So many people are dying, and I think about that all the time.
In our age range,
in our age
like,
range,
whoa, that
so
nigga,
many people.
He
like,
what?
Man, what? Like, and so I think about that, even though he didn't. This is a entertainer, you know. Jamie Foxx just had that brain aneurysm.
So, my nigga told me that.
Yeah, bro.
Who told me that today?
Like
Somebody
2 days
told me
ago,
that.
he just had it.
Somebody just told me that today. I can't remember who I was talking to. It was I talking to Wayne.
See,
it might have been Kevin. I don't know.
Okay, my mom had one before, and my
yeah?
aunt had a brain aneurysm. She crashed. 3 people. So my mom's had one, my aunt had one. She crashed into a building, and then my sister's dad died like that, driving, had a brain aneurysm. So, like what you said, I just be thinking about how quickly you can be up out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy, man. I know somebody had a brain aneurysm, and they had it while they was at their side crib, and died.
That's the worst way to go out.
Wow, man.
All your
when I was cheating, I thought about that. Like, man, what if I come around some niggas out here? Like, man.
I thought about all that. Like, what if, hey, back in the day, be over a chick crib and be like, what if today's the day?
Well, yeah, I think about that, but I'm just saying, like, in addition to, now you got 2 different types of hurt to your
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to think about that.
Man,
I got the wildest shit ever, man. I ain't gonna say it on air because
everything ain't for everybody. But yeah, bro, man, and it's the older I get, this is the reality I think about too, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just think about 20 years ago, who was here, and I think about in 20 years, a lot of people I know. If I'm blessed to make it 20. I know a lot of people I know is not gonna make it 20. Yeah. I think about that, and I be thinking about my pops. I'm like, man, my pops.
You know, that's what I think. Like, man,
close to 80. Like, no, half. Yeah. Not half. Over half. Like everybody gone. I'm like, how do you live? I mean, I know you live, but
yeah, it's definitely an eye opener. But I think about that. You know, the day that I will have to bury my mother. You know what I mean? And a lot of times I think about shit like that to try to condition myself or prepare myself for whenever it does happen to make the best decisions in the situation as possible. Because you know how people can unravel when shit happens. You know how people can break down when shit happens. You know how people can drop the ball when shit happens. You know how some people can move on and act like nothing ever existed, and then later on they have a nervous breakdown and things like that.
That's me.
Yeah.
I have it when it comes to death, bro. I have a very, very, very delayed reaction. God rest her soul. My grandmother passed away, I want to say, in 2019, bro. And I was cool. Maybe 2 or 3 years afterwards, I was in the grocery store, and I thought, she
just broke down.
No, this lady looked just like my grandma.
Oh, wow.
I'm talking about, like, looked like my grandma so much, it almost tricked my brain to think that it was her. Like, I was like, I had to call my sister, like, and that's when it hit me. Like, I'm one of them type of people. I had friends that got killed, passed away, different things, and it never hits me in the moment. It takes some time, and then it could be a random, like how you got this house party on. I might be sitting there being like, dang, blah, blah, blah. It's dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't make it too dreary.
No.
Dreary, whatever the word is.
No, it's all good. I mean, it happens, bro. It definitely happens when you just think about the reality of certain situations of this life period, man. It should be happening. You ever have okay, I don't know if you ever. I'll just tell you my example. I don't have to ask the question. There was a time, like we were talking about grannies dying. So when my granny died, it was the earlier that day or the day before, I felt bottled up.
Okay.
And so I try to be more specific in what I ask for.
Okay.
Because I'm like, man, I just feel bottled up. I need a good cry.
Okay.
But that wasn't the cry I needed because the next day or later that day, whatever. My granny died.
Right.
So it's like, that's not what I was asking you for.
That is not
no, I just needed to like, man.
What you think for you, I know I purposely fight my inner cry. I be wanting to cry a lot in general, and I just be like,
I don't think I be wanting to cry.
I don't be wanting to.
Like, I think I got more anger issues than those type of issues. Cause like, I should have like again. I'm getting frustrated a bit.
So it's still.
No, I
still can't really. I'm not laughing at it like in a bad way, but I probably seen very small traces, but bro, I can't see you like getting angry. I can see you getting mad, but I'm talking about like angered.
I not really have
red
anger issues,
like,
but I used to. I'm like,
really?
well, you know, we've known each other for a while, but we've gotten close over the last few years,
right?
And in those times, like I was telling my old lady last night, I'm like, man, I really thank you. Like, I'm a totally different person. I just think about how we be interacting just in general in the crib. I'm like, I wouldn't have wanted to be bothered with my ex-wife, or we would have been arguing or some shit like that. It's just finding the right piece to your puzzle is important, man.
Right.
And when you find it, you kind of change your perspective on a lot of shit. And you want to tell other people that you deserve. Well, you don't have to deal with this.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say what you deserve, but you don't have to. If you are truly in search of some form of happiness, peace, calm, whatever it is that you're looking for, or if you're looking for 2 fucking wives, or for women, 2 husbands. I saw some weirdo shit with that anyway. Niggas is goof ass niggas going for that. But anyways,
wilding.
It's so many the variations of things in the world that you can find whatever it is that you're looking for. Yeah, and I totally believe that.
I think too, though, it go back to the maturity. You got to be mature enough to be able to recognize it.
Yeah.
And I think too many cats be out here. Like, imagine if you wasn't in the space you was with your fiance, and she is what you saying, but you wasn't emotionally mature to recognize that you could have.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying?
We met years ago,
man.
but I told her I would not have been ready for you.
That's
it's a timing thing.
Yeah, and I think, like me being married, bro, the number one thing that has made me and is still making me is just patient. And that's like one of my, what is it called? Weakest qualities about myself.
Being patient.
Like,
I'm not patient.
If I want something, I want to do something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's
you know
me.
What I'm saying? I'm going to do it. I ain't thinking about it like, I used to have this saying about buying stuff. Buy it now and think about it later. I live by just impulsive, but being mad, because if you ain't got, if you ain't got patience,
you know,
it's still,
my most impulse.
With anger too.
I'm gonna keep it real. Who is it? Oh, that's my mom. Well, he didn't call me back. I tried with him a few times. Yeah, I call him. God, I hate being the middleman on shit.
Yeah, look, welcome to my life.
Where was I, man? I don't even know.
You were saying I was talking about patient.
Impulsive.
Yeah, impulsive.
We were talking about impulses. Most of my impulses, I'm going some real shit, always rooted to me fucking somebody else. Like,
okay, yeah.
You know, like I'm impulsive. Like those impulses, those impulses have probably made me make a good 80% of the decisions that I regret in my life.
Look, now we talking. It's funny you say that. Being married, still being a man, what helps whenever I get them urges and impulses, because what you just said, 70% of females that I smashed back in the day
wasn't on your level. They wasn't on my level. I have done a lot of fucking down. I'm not gonna lie. I have done it,
and I had a lot of stuff that come with it. You know, like just a lot of bull that came with it.
See, I didn't have a lot of that. It's just a lot of internal fighting that I had to deal with. Like, man, because it's like almost to the T. Soon as I nut, like, why am I here?
Listen, women will never understand this. To each his own. If you want to be trans, that's your life.
But if you're not trained, I'm like, I'm not trained on business, nigga.
Right. Hey, look, if you're not a man, you will never understand this. I guarantee you, when you nut, as soon as the last little sensation is over with, you snap back into reality.
Like, they think it's a joke when guys say that. They think it's a damn joke,
and
bro.
it's like I forgot who I was talking to about this. People don't understand that. I'm not, look, to each his own, but when you get hard, you are a different person.
A whole different nigga.
And if you don't have
hey,
no
what the nigga
self-control,
say? What the nigga say on Love Jones? He was like, an erection. I don't know. I'm paraphrasing. Basically, the erection is bad for a man because it takes blood from your head, your feet.
Yeah.
It say for one, you can't think, and two, you can't run.
Hey, no, that's a fact. Like, I
Straight
promise
up.
you, like, you know, and it's true. Like, me having a teenage son, I remember being young and horny, wanting to smash, knock down everything in sight. And as soon as you done, you be like,
Why?
But I'm gonna tell you the crazy part. I don't know if this ever happened to you. I didn't smash some chicks back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time back in the day, as soon as I nut, I'd be like, man, dang. And maybe 3 months down the line, get horny again.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that happened to
I'm
me.
like,
it didn't even have to be 3 months.
Yeah, you be like, how am I back?
You know, we gonna keep it real on this motherfucker,
bro.
man. You know what it is, honestly, with me? The thing that moves me is doing something that I'm not supposed to do. Well, moves me.
Okay.
You know, I know I wasn't supposed to be doing it. I know, you know, but I'm like, fuck it. Or whatever it is that I felt at that time. But I have done a ton of that, like, getting off on things that I know that I'm not supposed to do. I mean, it's happened in me fucking friends and families or whatever the fuck. Like, I done ran through whole cliques, or they done ran through me, however they want to look at it.
Put it, yeah.
But they want the upper hand. They can say they ran through me, but we know who won. But seriously, bro, I have a lot of that. It's something about that intrigues me, and the other thing is proving people wrong. Those are my two
All of
things.
that. I think too. Mine was more or less like I would do stuff not because I wanted to, just because I could. I hated it.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's almost like,
I don't think I ever had. I don't think I ever did that.
And you ain't hungry.
Yeah.
But because it's there, you're like,
Yeah.
I don't really want it now, but since it's here, I used to see what used to work in my favor, bro, was because I've never had, before I had this beard or whatever, I've always looked like a little kid.
You always did have a baby face.
Baby face. I never looked like
Baby
what I
face
used
Ray.
to be on.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was a sniper.
Yeah.
But I looked like, oh my God, Chops is so nice. He's so sweet. Man,
I never look like what I be on, but just because I'm observant.
Okay,
Really,
okay.
I'm just picking you apart. Like, this is too easy.
Do it.
Yeah,
but that's a real thing. It's like some women don't understand that. Like, I promise you, I only smashed her. I knocked her down because I just wanted to see if I could. And to take it a step further, I used to be like, I want to see what all she gonna let me do to her.
Damn,
That used to be my thing, bro. Like, like, let me see how far I
sound
can
like
go.
one of my partners.
Yeah,
that nigga like pissing on chicks.
Yeah,
He
like,
wild, man.
let me see what I could do. I used to get off on that more than actually just knocking them down. The thrill of seeing what you willing to do for me. Now, I was never into no wild stuff, but it was just the point, like whatever,
More of a control thing, man.
yeah, like. And you know, times was different back in the day. You know, nowadays females brag about getting ran through, knocked down, but back in the day, women wasn't openly being like, "Yeah, bust on my face," or "Yeah." You get what I'm saying?
I always had them, but
They were like in the open,
publicly.
So it was, to me, it was like a little cat and mouse game back after the club. Oh man, I'm finna see.
After the club, I done a lot of shit, man.
Yeah, bro.
When we were talking about them situations, like I always go back to that story about when I was in motherfucking Cochran. Which one downtown? Which one by the Dome?
That is the.
That's the Cochran,
That's the Cochran,
right? Yeah, because the other one the Blue Mine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't no project nigga. I'm a West Side nigga. So if I get it wrong, I don't mean disrespect y'all hood, but the one that's close to the Dome.
The Peabody is more on the other side of Broadway, kind of.
Okay, well, I
So
don't
it's
know.
probably the Cochran. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, shout out to them, especially because they ain't killed me that night.
Lives to knock something
Nigga, I'm
down,
out. It's late at the Sprues. I always, like I said, I always go back to this story. I'm like pissy drunk, pocket full of money, big chain on. Yeah, I remember this is the night because I was telling my homeboy Will earlier. Shout out to William Morris Fashion Galleries. We were talking about some comments that Jim Jones made about Pusha T.
But I
But
was just gonna
yeah,
say
by
about
Push.
Pusha T.
But anyways, and I was just saying how I never caught the Dipset wave. I'm like, dog, the shit that I was on, I didn't see that shit. That was them some young niggas following them, nigga. I was out here fucking hoes. And then like, okay, like I got on Pink today. So however, I remember I cussed somebody out because I wasn't even hip to the motherfucking Dipset wave. I had seen Cam with some shit on, but prior to that, I always wore Pink.
Okay.
You know, because my thing is always, I'm gonna be different.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna scream I'm different. You just
gonna
know
it. You gonna see the vibe. You
so I was like, I never even got that wave, but man, like that night I remember having on the Pink furry cane gold, some Timbs, you know what I'm saying? Around this time, airbrush shirts, chain on, all this shit, big earrings on and shit. And niggas was literally standing in front of the door of the projects. And I'm like, what's up, y'all? And walked in, like, they was cool that night, or like, this nigga gotta be crazy.
He gotta be crazy,
somebody
or know what it is.
I don't know. But I just thank God for sparing me.
Yeah.
Went up there and knocked her off.
Hey, I think every man in America has risked their lives over some Puma.
Niggas risk their lives to get between some thighs.
Like, and then like me, I've noticed it happen to you, bro. I done been in situations where I done had 8 signs from God.
Oh, wow. No, I read them signs. I'm paranoid.
See, now
I'm paranoid.
I still was like, oh, I gotta get this off. I gotta.
Nah.
And so, bro, I was stuck in a female closet, bro, for like 2 hours.
I can't play them games, fam.
Because I thought her daddy was gonna blow me down, bro.
Damn,
like, quick
pause.
Story, long, pause, bro.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's
a bad.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, let me use a different term, trying to be hip.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, this little female I had met at a college party or whatever.
I think you was telling me this story, but go ahead.
Yeah, bro, and she had came in town, hit me up at like 2 in the morning. Yeah. Like, I'm here, I got an apartment, come through. So I come through, and so it's like a movie. An apartment, you know, it's one way in, one way out.
Oh, man.
Long story short, I'm walking down this hallway to the bedroom because you know what I'm on. You hit me up. This is
You're
what
a wild
it is.
Boy.
I start seeing these pictures, and I was like, if this is her apartment, why is it pictures of like a dude, his kids? But you know, you still want to get that off. So, bro, we go in the room. We get ready to do what we do. She hop up. Like, I heard something at the door.
It's my daddy.
Up, and she like, it's my daddy. I say, yo, daddy. But me on some G stuff, I was like, all right, tell him you busy. She like, oh, no, this actually my daddy crib. This not my crib. You got to hide in the closet. So trying to
How
think
were you
quick,
at this time?
Bro, I was like 22, maybe.
Yeah.
And so I thought about it like this. I promise you, this popped in my head. If I came home and there's some big dude, I'm shooting him. So I had to look at it from our daddy perspective. I ain't got time to explain. And there was no way out. The only way out was okay. So I'm in the closet. I got my own crib, bro. I have my own apartment.
All right, shoot that.
So I say, man, I'm too old to be hiding in the utility closet. And the utility closet was in the bedroom, bro. I had to watch this man sleep. It was a one bedroom. It was his room.
Oh, shit.
We in his room.
So you knocking off in his bed?
Yes. So that's why I was like, nah, if I came in and seen somebody on my
nothing.
bed. Yeah, bro. So I say, in
You
the
shoulda whooped her
closet,
ass.
look, the closet's so small, I had to be in her sideways like this. So he comes home. So that's why. So when he came home, she was like, "Oh, he must be here on his lunch break, hide in the closet when he don't
was
eat."
home.
And man, this man came home and fell asleep and started snoring. So I'm in the closet like, I'm too old. I got my own spot. What am I doing in the closet? I'm like, I'm just gonna walk out and whatever happened. So while he's sleeping there, I just opened the door and just walked out. He didn't get up or nothing.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
Then get a good snore and you like, I'm out.
Yeah, I saw. Nah, man.
Did you ever knock off again?
I tried to knock her off a couple times, but to be real with you, bro, I'm glad I didn't. That was probably one of the craziest females I ever met in my life.
Oh man,
She wasn't there all the way in the
with
head.
crazy
Like, I'm not gonna
shit.
even lie, she wasn't. But that's what I'm saying. I seen the signs though before then. I knew she, but I was like, I ain't gonna like. I had a thing for a tall woman, and she was tall, she was thick. I was like, I gotta. That was my issue, bro. I used to want to knock down the type more than the person.
Oh yeah.
I was one of them type of people. Like,
Okay,
I need
that.
the type. I don't
never
care
had a type.
about your personality. If I want a certain type, I gotta get you. Like, so I ended up. I'm glad it didn't work out because she crazy. She was crazy. I don't know what this was like 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to her and glad that he shoot out with you.
Hey, for real, I'm glad I thank the Lord I'm still here.
Yeah, I done a lot of wild shit, bro.
I think
risky situations with chicks, but not so. But my risks are more associated with I shouldn't be knocking her off versus I'm in this situation where I'm uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is something that charges me about being able to do what someone would assume that I can't do.
That you can't do. I was
Yeah.
like that for I had I had smashed this married chick like that just because our partner said that I couldn't. I said, oh no. She know me.
Ooh, did I tell you about the chick who was like, I couldn't, so I met her. Excuse me. And she was the friend of a chick that I was knocking off.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So then her and the friend got into it, but she was still cool with me and my people. And she brought her other friends around. And I'm like, hey, what's the deal with them? And she was like, oh, nigga, ain't on nothing. They ain't worried about you. So I fucked both of them at the same time. We had a threesome. So then another little chick come around, blah, 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 but she ain't on that. I'm like, why do you keep? She's like, I'm telling you, she ain't. Next thing you know, she then when I ain't had to tell, she's like, man, I can't bring none of my fucking friends around you. I say, don't ever doubt me. I'm that nigga when it
you
comes
put
to
the
these
battery in
hoes.
my back. Now I had a situation exactly like that. I said, I bet you I can't. No, you can't. And anytime, look, ladies, anytime you have to Vietnam me, however you say that word, say what your friend won't do, she will do it. I guarantee you it's probably 1,000 other people with stories like that. Yeah. And they friend said, she ain't like, okay. Like I was searching for those. Me and my two of my partners, we were searching for the I don't do that. No,
it ain't even them. And I don't even think she was saying they were some not. It was her doubting me.
That's okay. That's
you lucky.
Like,
She wasn't. She ain't like that. I didn't want to fuck her.
I broke up friendships behind it. Like,
and I ain't proud of that.
But you know what?
And ironically, the other girl who brought her around, her and another girl got into it over me, but that was kind of like coincidental. I didn't know they were cool.
Okay.
But the other chick knew about me and knew enough about me to know that I was supposed to be off limits to their friendship. However, she still came through with the nappy dugout.
We got to have added female to this because I sure want to ask a question like, women, do y'all really trust y'all partners? Because
she wouldn't be a good one, though. I'm glad she ain't here. She was like, yeah.
Friends, they supposed to be so cool, and the friend was on some backdoor type stuff, and they thinking like, oh, this my blah, blah, blah. I be like, man. But they say the same thing about dudes, too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But I call somebody. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me see if I can call somebody.
Let's hit these phone lines.
Let me see. And we'll think of the question you want to formulate, and then we're gonna get it cracking. Hold on. I want to see if this connects. Hopefully it does. If so, we good. Come on, you motherfucker. do. Come on, man. Why this shit? I hate when Bluetooth be on that weirdo shit. Let me see. I'm trying to connect. Hopefully we can connect.
All right.
I need to call somebody single. That's what I need to do. Because it why is this not connecting? Okay, fuck off. The bottom.
2 phones.
And neither one of them want to work. That's the weird part. And it's not even the phone, it's that thing over there. But let me see. Oh, we connected over there, cuh. Okay. So what's the question?
Do you really trust your friends?
Okay.
When it comes to other guys.
Okay, you see the big green one? The knob, the big green one up there? Yeah. Turn it out. Keep turning it. Turn it. Keep turning it. You can turn it fast. I think it's going all the way. We up now. Oh shit. Turn it down just a little bit till we get it a little bit. Right there. Let me see. That's cool. Oh shit, no it ain't. Turn the blue channel down. I should have said no, not that one. Up there, on right there. Gina, yeah. Turn it down. What's up, Gina?
What's up?
How you doing? Keep going down.
I'm alright.
Right there. Is this a bad time?
No, not really. Why?
Oh, dang. You should be happy to hear from me. No, I'm actually turn the big green one down just a little bit. I'm actually recording a podcast. I'm recording Trigger right now, right? And I had turn up some more. I had a question. We were talking about, nigga shit. You know I'm a nigga. Mm-hmm. So we were talking about friends that be on sneaky shit fucking behind friends, and he wanted to know just in general, and I was like, you're the first person I thought of. Do women typically trust their friends in reference to being around the guy that they dealing with?
It's like a two-sided answer because it's more so you have to know your friends. Like I have certain people that I'm cool with that I wouldn't. It's hard to explain. Like I have certain people that I just wouldn't bring around like my significant other, and it's just because like they have whole tendencies.
So you just got to know which friends to have your nigga around.
Yeah, and then it's also how much you trust your dude too, because I mean you have to be able to trust. You have to be able to trust both of them. So I mean, of course you should be able to trust your friends, but you should be able to trust your nigga too. So
I guess I'm just saying the levels range. The levels range from really fucking with this nigga to we just fucking around or we just met each other. I just want to know, just in general, do you yourself trust your true friends around any of those level of relationships?
If it's somebody that I'm really serious with, like we've been dating for a while, then I feel like I know that person and I know my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I have a small circle of friends.
Right.
I'll definitely bring them around.
Okay.
If it's just something that I'm just
so
with,
more
like,
friends, but associates, you ain't bringing that nigga around.
No. If we just fucking around, like it ain't really no ties there, then I don't really give a fuck. But
I be forgetting you a nigga too. Damn.
Yeah. But if I'm trying to build, but if I'm trying to build something, or say like I see it's like some potential there, then no, I'm only gonna bring them around my real friends.
You say you normally don't?
No, I'll bring them around certain people. You know, like y'all.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm on the podcast, so I ain't gonna drop names, but you know,
Right.
like who my close
Right.
are.
Mm-hmm.
I would bring them, but like I just got like people I'm cool with, like off Facebook or some shit.
Yeah, that's why I say
that.
kind of associates. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because I don't know them for real. Like I know what you appear to be on Facebook, but that don't mean I know you. You might be sleeping with 8 different women husbands. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
I know. If you want to know, ask me. I know the hoes. I know the hoes.
Yeah, I wish to warn me about my last one, but whatever.
Hey, look, man, how you doing? This Chops. How you doing?
What's up? How are you?
Hey, I just got a question though. With your answer, your answer that you just gave, would it be different when you were younger, like in your early 20s?
Yeah, because I was more trusting when I was younger.
Okay, because that's what I was. Because like what we kind of talking about, like back in the day when we was younger, the stuff that we did, and a lot of females would be like, "Nah, my friend would never do this." Do you feel as though your experience since you got older is the reason why you kind of know who to bring around and who not to, versus when you was 19, 20, 22, you still trying to figure it out?
Yeah, I mean, but think about it. I mean, be realistic with yourself, because this could go for men and women. I'm about to be 41. When I was like 19. When I was like 19,
go ahead.
I don't look though, but when I was like 19, 20, everybody was my friend. I gave the title to everybody. Oh, that's my friend. That's my friend. That's my friend. But now that I'm like 40, 41, I got like 8, 9, you know what I'm saying? I got a very select few people that I actually put that friend label on.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
So like a lot of this shit, it just comes with maturity and just like life experiences and learning. Like if I still had that same perception of people from when I was 20 to being 40, something wrong. Like that mean I'm not growing.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So something in my mind is not right, where I'm not growing and learning how to weed these people out. Because really, how many people do you actually know could be a good friend to 50 motherfuckers? Like, you can't.
Yeah, so that's another thing too, man. Just being out in this small ass city, just seeing the connections and the bitches that be hanging. You be like, yeah, how did that even happen? Like, yeah, that can't be genuine,
Right?
You know.
like in my situation, and not trying to say subject, like in my situation, I learned a lot of stuff about my ex after the fact. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But I'm looking at people like, y'all been knowing me forever. Why fuck y'all ain't tell me this shit when I was in it versus y'all let me go through all of it and then be like, yeah, I heard you was fucked up. Well, why the fuck you ain't tell me
I guess I don't. We haven't
that?
we haven't personally discussed the details of it, so I don't know. Depending on what it is, sometimes you just have to stay out of it, especially when somebody's dealing with somebody, and it's difficult. When we were talking about earlier on the podcast, people ignore red flags because they're so infatuated or they're so invested in the green flags.
But they had, but that could go back to the same topic as friendship because if you're gonna have experiences like with your friends where there gonna be some red flags that come up, and you can't ignore them in friendship or in a relationship because those are signs like, okay, this may not really be my friend, or
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't confide in things. Like I'll give you an example. Like if one of my so-called friends comes to me and she's gossiping about one of our other friends, like
Yeah,
bad
you
talking
know,
her,
you were gonna
that's
get the
a
same
red
treatment.
flag. Like,
Yeah.
exactly, that's a red flag. But
Mm-hmm.
the same thing could go like if it's like a boyfriend girlfriend relationship too. So
Yeah.
you have to be mindful on both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I was saying like if I was still friends with the same 40, 50 people or whatever I hung out with when I was 20,
Yeah.
if I still have all of those same people now, something is wrong. Like I'm not
Or
growing. Cause
it's either something is wrong or something is right. One of the two.
Yeah.
Because
I mean
everybody could have grown. You know, you could be a great friend chooser and
that's
know.
that's true. But like I'll use us for an example.
Mm-hmm.
We all went off on our own path. We don't talk every day. We don't hang out every day. But
Uh-huh.
I know goddamn well if I pick up the phone and I be like, "Hey man, I was finna call you what I always call you." But if I call you, it'd be like, "Look,
You can say, Jay,
I got
okay.
so and so, so and so, so and so. I know for a fact you gonna come through for me
Yeah.
100%. Like I'm not about it."
Yeah. I think when you get older, you just, if you're growing, like
Yep.
you said, you just tend to make better decisions.
Yeah, because your priorities change and the things that you need in the friendship change, or the things that I ain't gonna say need, the things that you require in the friendship changes. I'll go ahead and say her name. I'll bring anybody around Aisha. I've known Aisha all my life. I'm about to be 41. I've known Aisha since I was 7.
Oh, okay.
I'll bring
See, I thought y'all
anybody
was really
around.
cousins at first.
Right, but I'll bring anybody around her because I know how she's going to be, what she's going to say, and I know she's going to keep it 100 the whole time.
Well, that's what's.
But I'll use Andrea. Andrea is a little bit more critical. You know what I'm saying? So if
Yeah.
I'm not really ready for that critical, like I don't like that motherfucker, and this is why, I may not bring them around
Right, right, right.
Andrea.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like right away. But as far
Man.
as like if it's somebody I'm fucking, more than likely y'all would never meet them, but my associates, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it just depends on the level of seriousness when they meet your real people.
Like, I bringing him to the birthday party.
Right,
You know
right,
what
right.
I'm saying?
It's touch
I was
sport.
invested. I thought it was something there. But
Mm-hmm.
if it was just like the dude that I was talking to beforehand, ain't no
Uh-huh.
fucking way in hell but I ever saw his face.
Oh wow.
So
So it's safe to
slippery
say.
fade to the back.
So it's safe to say that there are. What am I trying to say? I guess everybody has their place, but it's safe to say like a lot of these women, they're always saying how they are single. Like I don't really think many people are 100% single. First of all, but you just said dude you was fucking around with. See, like a lot of women try to curve and act like they ain't fucking nothing when you know they fucking. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, that could go either way. Like it depends on what that woman has went through and maybe in the previous relationship or just in life in general. Like me right now, the shit that I have going on and what I'm trying to accomplish for myself, I don't have the energy to I don't want nobody around me, period. Like, I don't want to have sex with nobody. I literally don't want nothing. I just want to be by myself.
You
So
need a
you will
hug because
come across.
everybody needs some sex.
Oh, not right now because I know where I am and right now in life, and I know what just trying to have like a cuddy buddy could lead to, and I don't want that right now. But
Okay, so you
so
know
you
yourself.
will
Okay.
you will have women that are at their point in life, and then a lot of it is just like age. Like younger girls, like if I meet a girl that's like 25, 30, and she be like, I ain't fucking with nobody, I'm highly gonna doubt that.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm
So
just
okay, so
not.
let me ask you
So
this.
as you get older,
Let me ask you this question. So even though you're off it and you're focused and you got goals and everything that you're trying to accomplish, is it anybody, past or present, that of course you ain't even on this sex shit, but is it somebody you be like, okay, I'll go ahead, or you have a weakness for it? Maybe there's no malicious intent. Maybe it's just y'all have good chemistry and you may need to get some frustrations off, and then there's no fear, worry, or any doubt about where this will go because we know what this is.
honestly, right now for me, I would say no. But
Okay.
that's just because I'm working on my mental health,
Okay.
and I
Okay.
know if I was to try to and like I was working on my mental health, and of course, like I don't want my ex back, but I could be honest and say I still love him.
Yeah, that
So I
happens.
know, like, if I try to bring somebody else into the equation, you know how you'll try to fuck with somebody else to get over the next person.
Yeah.
That usually never works. It just make you feel better in that moment. So for me, knowing what I'm trying to get to,
Uh-huh.
nobody can knock me off that right now. But
Well,
I ain't
maybe it
gonna
ain't to
lie
knock
though.
you off. That is just to knock you off. But I guess, I guess the way I look at it is,
I do be on Facebook and Instagram, and I go to looking at somebody's pictures, and I be like, damn, like he could get it, but I wouldn't.
yeah. I mean, but you don't know him. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
Exactly.
I get it. I think I look at it differently because it's gonna sound crazy. I've always been that nigga to be able to break that rule.
Yeah.
You know. So I guess it's difficult for me to believe, but I have to also take into account that everybody ain't like me, and I don't want to ever feel like I'm this and somebody's that. But there are realities of
that's true.
situations. You know what I mean?
It depend on where the person is, but I'm not gonna be one of the people that be like, oh, I ain't gonna never do that because I'm working on my mental health and I'm doing this because I'm human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I do have or whatever. So it could be somebody that popped back up or somebody that came back around. I'd be like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Like the mood is right and it
Yeah.
happens. So I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh no, I would never because I mean, fuck, how long have you known me? Like
Yeah.
I'm a realist. I
Right.
know shit happens.
Exactly.
So I ain't gonna never be like, no man, hell no, because I'm doing this. No, like everybody got needs, like everybody wanna feel
That's what I was saying.
love, touch, it's like all of that, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I ain't gonna never be no like I'm not ain't like I'm saying I'm celibate. I ain't celibate. I just ain't got nobody I wanna fuck with.
Okay, I got you. But it's not totally off the table. If it happens, it happens.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
I get that. I get
But
that.
I put it like we'll just rephrase this. I'm not looking for it. If
Yeah.
it just if like have to be like if it happened, it happened. But I'm not out here like actively looking for it. No.
Okay, that makes sense, man. Well, I definitely
We
appreciate you.
that.
I knew who I could call to get a woman's perspective. And,
Hey,
you know.
real quick question: If it did happen and one of your friends slept with whatever you want to call it, somebody you was dating, messing
At the
with,
same
or whatever.
time, or is this a thing of the past and now they crossed their
Are you trying to ask me have I ever
fuck behind
slept with
friends?
No. I was asking because
because
like the original question was like, can you really trust your friends? I was just gonna say, if your friend had did that, is that something they can come back from?
Oh, okay.
As far as the friendship with you, if it did happen, could they come back?
it depends on who they slept with.
Okay.
Like if they slept
Okay, that makes
Okay.
sense too.
like
That
if they
makes
slept with like my exes, like somebody I was trying to build something with, somebody that, quote unquote I was in love with or some shit like that, it ain't no coming back from that.
Okay.
If it was just like that I had messed around with, like, you know what I'm saying, just a couple times, like on some humbug type shit, I don't really care. I mean, because I'll be honest, this happened before. Like, I've done it to a friend before. Like, I'm a brief story. So it was a guy that had been pursuing me for a while, and I wasn't attracted to him at all. Like, he really got on my fucking nerves. He was just too,
He was persistent.
no, not even persistent, just his personality. Like, he wanted all the attention. Like, almost like a narcissist, but the kind of narcissist that all eyes on them all the time. So, and then, like I said, I wasn't attracted to him at all. But he was very, very persistent. And I had been hearing stories about him. Oh, don't fuck with him. He a hoe, he a hoe, he a hoe. So I really wasn't giving him no energy. Finally, he wore me down. And I ended up, it was like in the back of my head, I knew he wasn't shit. But for somehow I ended up liking him or whatever. And the people that were telling me that he wasn't shit was people that had messed with him before. Like, these are, like
they telling you from experience.
Yeah, and they more than associates, but not quite. I would say they were friends, but not like friends that like I had a straight history with or whatever.
Okay.
So I did the opposite of what they told me to do. You know what I'm saying? What they was not to do, and the shit ended up blowing up in my face. But that's just an example of I myself have fucked with somebody that one of my friends already did. They didn't give a fuck though.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So could you? And my last question: could you have taken your emotions out of the situation and be like, well, "Shit, I just want to fuck him"? Not him because you weren't attracted to him. I'm just saying in general.
Me personally, I can't do that. That's why I don't have fuck buddies because I normally end up getting attached to somebody. And
see, man, you got to learn how to turn your gangster on and off. You be gangster most of the time. You can't be getting soft because you got something hard in you.
I'm a naturally sensitive person. I'm a Gemini, you know. So
yeah, so you crazy.
And I'm not saying all Geminis are like this, but my emotions are extreme. So it's like if I'm happy, I'm happy. If I'm pissed off, like I'm pissed. That's why I really don't let nobody make me that mad because it's not gonna be regular angry. It's gonna be like rage. So if I'm sad, like I'm really sad, it takes me a moment to get out of it. So for me, trying to have a fuck buddy, at some point in time, depending on how long it's been going on, I'm going to form some sort of emotional attachment. Not necessarily like I want to be in a relationship with them, but it's going to be some sort of attachment there where I feel like
you care about them.
There's nobody else.
Oh man, see, I almost hung up on you without saying bye because you tripping. but nah, I do appreciate you. We about to wrap it up, but hey, I know who to call every time.
Yep, I got you anytime.
Appreciate you.
All right, I'll talk to you. Thank you.
All right.
Real quick off what she said, this made me think about it now. I done been in relationships on my end, and a couple of my partners have been in relationships on the other end of females we both used to mess with.
So,
Like, I got into a relationship with a female that my partner used to mess with, like a serious relationship, and vice versa. I'd have had partners in serious relationships with females that I messed with first.
Okay, yes, that's happened. That's happened.
And then we didn't. We probably say for another podcast. Like one thing about me and my partners when we used to run heavy together, we used to share chicks. Meaning, like I'm telling, like it's literally been situations where, hey,
y'all some wild boys.
Run me to meet this chick, and then we'll pull up, and he'll be like, "Man, I don't like her. You can have a job."
Okay, that's different.
No. And I was gonna go to the other extreme. Okay. What you thinking too? We've done it.
I mean, either is cool.
Yeah, and in front of them, be like,
maybe this is what y'all do.
Like this one female was like, "Y'all just gonna pick which one of y'all want me?" We was like, "Yeah," and she went with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
hey, man, people gotta quit being sensitive, especially in them early stages. You know what I mean? You got chose. And then you got unchose. If it's no harm, no foul.
No foul, for real.
Or if it's the understanding and agreement that you and your people operate under, she just got to make the decision to say, am I cool with it? And most times they will appear to not be cool with it, but in reality, we know.
Hey, before you wrap it up, I straight got my heart broke by this female. I really liked her, too. Mm-hmm. My other partner, I ain't going to say his name on here, but situation happened where a friend of mine, a mutual friend of me and his, was like, I'm gonna hook you up. Talking about my partner. She was gonna hook my partner up with her friend.
Okay.
So hey, you know how back in the day you chop it up on the phone or whatever. We was adults though, so we like 24 or something.
Yeah.
And then I took him to meet her. And then he was like, hold on. It was the weirdest thing. He was like, hey, hold on. So, because they was outside talking. And I was sitting in the car. So he come back to the car. He get in the car. He like, yeah, Chops, man, I don't like her. Like, you like her? And she was my type.
Oh,
like, just
okay,
looks.
okay.
I said, yeah, bro, you tripping. So he was like, you want a number? Yeah.
Man.
So I didn't say nothing to her at that situation.
Yeah, but it ended
Get
up
to the
happening.
crib, I called.
Oh,
like,
you
hey,
niggas
this is
wild.
Chop. She's like, what?
Y'all niggas is
Yeah.
wild. Did it
and
work?
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Alright,
I ended up being in a relationship with her. She ended up like breaking up with me. But it was all based off of my partner not wanting her.
Yeah.
And it was like, we were so, that's a whole other thing. That's what I can say why my friendships have always, in a sense, come back, because we always have, the person initially start with an A.
I know.
He was like, okay.
Uh-huh.
We
Okay.
always was so cool to where we was always upfront and honest with each other and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't never like no gray area. It was never no room for no offense, because we always was like real like that. Like,
knew what it was.
but I guess it was selfish because we never took the female into consideration.
Yeah, but I mean, she didn't have to. She didn't have to go.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
too,
She could have
yeah.
been like, "Oh, y'all tripping? I'm out." But
Yeah.
if it's not deep enough,
Yeah.
pause, then she could possibly say, you know, fuck it,
Yeah.
YOLO.
Yeah. So it always, we probably got a million stories about that.
Oh
Just,
man, hey, I got a million. So,
Yeah.
man, so I guess the question is, do you trust your friends?
what about what about your
What about
friends?
your friends? There we go. What about your friends?
Will they stop?
Oh man,
So you thinking TLC?
Oh
Exactly.
yeah, TLC. Everybody needs a little bit of TLC.
Everybody.
You need to get a little red light special. And you ain't got to be too proud to beg. And I ain't too proud to beg.
Come on now.
But I ain't going to go chasing no waterfalls.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, nah, seriously, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Rocking with me and my guy Chops is triggered. It's supposed to be every first Friday. Last week we had some scheduling issues. And I had a technical issue, so I do apologize. But we brought the
We
shit
back, man.
We back,
Look, y'all
baby.
support us, man. Tell your friends we got some stuff we trying to work
Little
on.
nigga Puff say, tell your friends.
Tell
Get
your
with
friends.
get with my friends, and we can be friends.
All right with you?
Trigger, baby.
Later.